There is a moment in every life when the mind whispers a dream and the heart races with the fire of possibility, but the body does nothing. The idea is alive. The desire is real, yet the hand doesn't move, the feet don't step forward, and the chance fades into dust. That moment is the dividing line between mediocrity and greatness. Because success has never belonged to the thinker alone. It has never bowed to the dreamer who refuses to rise from bed. It only kneels before the one who acts. The world does not reward the man who says he will. It rewards the man who does. The graveyards of history are filled with people who had talent, who had potential, who had dreams but lacked the courage to act on them. And every day, millions join them, alive but buried under hesitation, drowned by excuses, strangled by comfort. Understand this truth. Action is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. Action is the electricity that transforms imagination into reality. Thought is the seed, but without action, it rots in the soil. When Andrew Carnegie decided to build steel empires, he did not wait until the timing was perfect. He acted, and the world reshaped around his decision. When Walt Disney sketched a mouse on a scrap of paper, the world laughed. But he did not stop to entertain their ridicule, and he forced himself to act. And from that action rose an empire of imagination that still enchants the earth. Greatness is not born in comfort. It is forged in moments when you least feel like moving. The difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is not talent, not luck, not destiny. It is the decision to act when every nerve inside you begs to remain still. The truth most refuse to face is this: you will never feel ready. If you wait for confidence, you will die waiting. Confidence does not come first. Action does. Action creates confidence. Action creates clarity. Action creates momentum. Think of Thomas Edison, who failed more than 1,000 times before birthing the light bulb. Do you imagine he felt like rising each morning, facing another night of failure? Number. But he forced himself to act again and again until the night itself surrendered to his persistence. Your subconscious mind, your habits, your very destiny, they are all trained by action. Every step you take tells your future who you are becoming, and every hesitation tells it who you are abandoning. The enemy is not fear. The enemy is paralysis. Fear can be fuel if you move through it, but paralysis turns fear into chains. And the longer you wait, the tighter those chains grip your life. You must understand, life does not bend to intentions. Life bends to execution. The market rewards the one who launches, not the one who drafts perfect plans in silence. The world celebrates the leader who dares, not the critic who waits. Discipline is the ultimate act of self-respect. Forcing yourself to take action, especially when you don't feel like it, is the most powerful signal you can send to your own mind. You declare, I am in command. Not my moods, not my doubts, not my fears. Me. The Roman legions did not conquer half the world because they felt like marching every morning. They marched because action was their creed. Discipline was their god. And in that discipline, they discovered invincibility. So ask yourself, how many more mornings will you waste waiting for motivation? How many more nights will you lie in bed rehearsing a life you are too hesitant to pursue? Motivation is fleeting. It is unreliable. It is a spark, nothing more. Action is the fire. Force yourself to rise when the mind screams, stay. Force yourself to begin when doubt whispers, not today. Force yourself to keep moving when failure laughs in your face. That is the price of greatness, and that is the path to freedom. For the man who acts becomes the master of his fate. The man who hesitates becomes its victim. Action is truth. Action is power. Action is the key that unlocks the vault of destiny. And if you refuse to use it, if you wait for the perfect time, if you bow to the comfort of inaction, then know this: the world will move on without you. Opportunities will pass. Fortune will smile on the bold. And history will never remember the ones who almost acted. The only difference between the one who dreams and the one who shapes history is a step. One remains in the world of thought, the other steps into the arena of life. It is in that courage that true power is born. Napoleon Hill emphasized, definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement, because without it, action is blind, like an arrow without a target. When you know exactly what you want, every move becomes a weapon, every day a brick in the building of your future. But even with purpose, most people stop. They wait for inspiration, for perfect conditions, for the world's permission. Yet the truth is, that moment never comes. As Hill wrote, "Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Only the one who acts now earns the right to tomorrow." Remember the example of Abraham Lincoln. His life was a series of defeats, bankruptcy, failed elections, personal tragedies. But he kept moving forward, step by step, action by action. And he became the president who changed the course of history. That is persistence in action. Hill called it the key to the door of opportunity. He said, "Persistence transforms defeat into a temporary setback, not the end of the road." And that is the strength of those who force themselves to move forward, even when everything inside wants to quit. Think back to any moment when you forced yourself to act despite fear and exhaustion. Wasn't that the turning point? Wasn't it in that moment you felt something greater awaken within you? Because action is not just movement in space. It is a signal to yourself. I am no longer a slave to doubt. I command, I lead, I create. And one more reminder from Hill. Success comes to those who act, and act with determination. History does not remember those who merely wanted. It remembers those who did. Action is the fire that transforms ideas into gold. Without it, even the brightest vision turns to dust. Think of the countless men and women who had dreams but never dared to move. Their brilliance lies buried in silence. Yet those who acted, even imperfectly, carved their names into eternity. Hill warned us, the world has the habit of making room for the man whose words and actions show that he knows where he is going. When you act with conviction, doors appear where walls once stood. People follow the one who moves, not the one who hesitates. So understand this truth. Hesitation kills faster than failure. Failure at least teaches, strengthens, and sharpens. Hesitation teaches nothing. It drains your spirit until your dreams rot inside you. Every time you choose action, you tell destiny, I am ready. And destiny always bows to the one who steps forward with courage. So let this be your command to yourself. No more waiting, no more excuses, no more hesitation. Life bends only to those who act. As Napoleon Hill declared, do it now. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Because the moment you move, you awaken power within you that has slept for too long. Step forward with courage. Step forward with faith.